families here tonight control 37 businesses. Dry cleaners, meat packing plants, tugboat fleets. The financing for these companies comes from other sources. We've always shared in those profits. So, here is my offer. I will continue to take a percentage of the profits, but I no longer want cash. I want to trade my interest in the numbers and the women for the legitimate companies. All the rest, I'll leave to you.
You will also leave us the heartache.
And I also will leave you, Malatesta, the greater share of the profits.
You just want to run away.
Kalikas, Victor does not run away. He's not that kind of man.
Perhaps Kalikas speaks the truth, Tony. I feel the years. But mostly I see the opportunity for my family. Remember, America is a great country.
What about the rest of us? What will you do for us?
You all know Walter March, my consigliere. He will tell you the details of my plan.
We projected complete divestment will take 15 years. Now, Victor will continue to lend his strength and wisdom to the running of the old businesses. He'll do what is necessary to maintain our market share. He asks only for your cooperation. He will provide a service in return. Victor will be your banker. He'll funnel cash through his businesses. The money that he returns back to you can be freely spent. He'll do this for as long as he sits at the table in this room.
Victor, why not just go partners like always?
Because this is how it will be.
It's true. Oh, God. I mean, do you believe that? Bobby Grant asked Jane Galsworthy to the movies. It's so gross. There's somebody in the house. Call the police, quick. No, just help me. Just call the police.
Robert! Paul?
Anna?
Here?
Yes, Father?
Robert? Kiss Laurel.
Laurel?
Robert?
Paul? Anna?
Hello, Laurel. Anna?
Laurel will live with us now. She will be a member of the family, one of us. And you will make her feel very welcome, yes?
Yes, Father.
Nicholas?
Yes, sir.
Laurel, this is Nicholas Scalfone. And this is Laurel, Nicholas.
Nice to meet you, Laurel.
Hello, Nick.
Robert, show Laurel around.
Come on. It's okay.
Nick, keep your eye on Laurel for me.
Yes, Mr. Castle.
Hey, Kalikas.
What the hell are you doing here?
You gotta be careful what you eat. You put on a little weight, you get slowed down. Mangia buono.
It's your last supper, Kalikas.
Come in. Tony D.
Victor.
Robert.
Yes, yes, thank you. Kalikas has put aside his objections. Kalikas died a fool. He held on to the old ways. There are other ways to handle a business dispute besides killing your consigliere. You and Walter March showed us the future.
It's a bitter loss not to have Walter's counsel. His death has cost me dearly.
If there's any other sense.
I'm so glad you could make it.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's go in.
How is he?
Awake. He's been waiting for you to get here.
And Anna? Where's Anna?
Picking up little Anthony from school.
Lori.
Paul! Oh, Paul, hello.
Hi. Well, Papa's refusing to take his medicine until you arrive. Come on.
Come in.
No, no, no. Let me do all the talking. Just like always, right? Well, that's what you get for having a lawyer in the family.
But
Robert called me. I know you didn't want him to worry me. Well, he didn't. I've been wanting to come back here for a very long time. I took a leave of absence. It's all right. There'll always be another law firm when I'm ready for it.
you do always talk so much.
Always. Oh, I can't tell you how happy I am to be home.
Laurel, can you give me a hand over here?
Okay, last time.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Just hold these.
Okay. Oh, the last time I saw Angela, she was just as big as a minute, and now she's ready for preschool. Oh, sometimes I get the feeling I'm gonna start a big case, go into the courtroom, and by the time I come out, she's gonna be graduating from Harvard.
The kids really missed you, Laurel.
The elusive Aunt Laurel, the mystery relative.
The last time I heard from you, it was 3:30 in the morning.
Well, who else can I talk to when my heart is broken?
Mario thought it was my boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
A girl can dream.
Oh, Anna, your whole life is a dream. Don't ever wake up.
Look at you two. Looks like a union meeting here. You know, it's a good thing you didn't become an auto mechanic.
You try it, Paulie.
No, thanks. I think I'll stick to the priesthood. I just spoke to the doctor, and Pop's gonna be fine, providing we could keep him out of harm's way. We have to try and reduce the aggravations in his life.
Hey, you two. Let me have a few minutes with her here, huh? Come on, let's go for a walk.
Oh, I have missed them so much. It's been far too long.
You've changed, you know that?
Oh, you mean my new look? I did myself over last winter, part of my PR campaign to make partner.
No, it's more than that. Last summer you were still, I don't know, a beginner. You seem more self-confident now, more...
Experienced. Oh, yes, after a year in the big leagues, I am now a veteran. Hope I'm not losing my feminine charm.
No, you are... You're just right the way you are.
I haven't asked you about you.
Me? What's to ask? Business as usual.
Oh, come on, there's more to your life than business.
Not lately.
What's this about you and the Justice Department?
They're on our back because Pop's trying to sell off all the family businesses. We're going legitimate, Laurel, and no one knows this. But he's taking all the cash and buying a chain of hotels on the coast, Del Sol Resorts. We'll finally complete what your father started all those years ago.
Oh, Robert, that's wonderful.
Robert. Phone call for you.
Okay. Excuse me. Who's that?
Nick. Oh, it's so good to see you here.
Well, where else would I be? How long are you gonna stay?
As long as necessary.
If you ever need anything, you know who to ask.
Just like always.
Well, I've got some work I've got to get back to. I'll see you a little later. Welcome home.
Thank you.
All these details. Look, my father is sick. I don't want to be here. So let's just get this over with.
Well, so far, this reads like Chapter 6 of Little Women. Come on, Castle. You got everything in your books but Sister Teresa curing the lepers.
What the hell is your problem? Our company had a good year.
Mr. Albertini, my client, Robert Castle, came here voluntarily. He has opened his books to you and fully disclosed the working of his business, yet you insist on impugning his character.
All right, save the snow job for the courtroom, huh?
What crimes are we charged with?
All of them.
Well, so far, you got nothing but talk.
Well, maybe you've heard of the federal racketeering statutes. All such profits and property gained through racketeering.
Racketeering has not yet been proved, nor is it likely to be.
Thank you for your opinion. All such property and profits may be seized by the courts. Hey, Bobby, any day now, we're gonna take everything you have.
You can try, you bastard.
The big house, the bank accounts, the stock portfolios. We're even gonna take the water out of your pool.
I don't have time for this crap.
Make time. A $50 haircut doesn't make a man respectable.
And a cheap suit doesn't make a man honest.
Take it easy on the kid, Gino. With his father's sick, he's a little edgy.
I can see why. Robert's not tough enough or smart enough to be the head of a crime family, Charlie. They're in a lot of trouble when the old man goes.
father, Roberto? Is he too sick to come?
Tonight, I speak for my father.
Gotta offer us some consideration, Robert. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, right now I got $4 million in dirty money, only there ain't no place to dump it.
Freddie D, I can sympathize with your position. Mm-hmm. But you gotta realize that the Castle family has also been placed in a difficult position by the Justice Department. We've been threatened with the new racketeering statutes.
Hey, Roberto, the feds are blowing smoke.
Yeah, right up our noses.
Okay, so you're telling me that you don't handle our money anymore, is that it?
Tony D, what the hell's going on here? Your son knows we had a deal. It's always been the understanding. Already we're 5 years over the limit my father set. We can't be a pipeline for your money anymore.
Robert, for old times, why not help us out? We're getting squeezed. I mean, think about the other fella.
I can't do it, Malatesta. You have to understand our situation. It's all just business.
What the hell does Victor say about all this?
I speak for the Castles.
You speak for the Castles? Then why don't you have him rethink his position?
Because I can give you an answer right now. That way you don't have to wait. Here's the bottom line. We can't handle your money.
Oh, yeah? What's the problem?
Right now, my father's looking to net 40, maybe 50 million. We have to sell off the businesses to raise that kind of money.
That's a lot of cash, Roberto. What is Victor trying to do? Double-cross us?
No.
Tony D, you know Pop's been trying to go legitimate.
Next time you go west, all of you, you'll be staying at a Castle Resort hotel.
Hotels? Out west? Why didn't Victor tell us this?
Castle, what the hell's going on here? Well, someone's got to the unions. These goons have shut me down.
The Castle family sold you a good business. We never had a day's trouble with the unions when we owned the warehouse.
Look, pal, right now I'm going broke because somebody's mad at you. If this keeps up, maybe I'm not going to be able to make my second payment.
Listen, pal, right now we've got a major business deal pending. Find a way to come up with the cash. My father does not like to be disappointed.
Every time I sell a business, there's a problem. I sell a dry cleaners, and 2 days later, the plant blows up. I sell a packing plant, and suddenly the unions strike, and the new owner can no longer hang his sides of beef.
Well, these acts of sabotage have had a chilling effect on our cash flow. Mallory has agreed to sell us Del Sol resorts, but he's getting very nervous about our securing financing.
He has 10 million of my money in escrow. Just what does he want?
Huh? Anna, is the family at war?
I learned a long time ago, Laurel, never to ask. It's better not to know.
The law is on our side, Charles. I have a contract with Mallory to buy Del Sol. Remind him of this fact, and tell him I'll drag him through every court in the land.
How are you today, Charles?
Ah, Laurel, up to my neck, thanks.
Are you going to sue for breach of contract?
No, there's no grounds yet.
Who's doing this to you?
Malatesta wants us to keep laundering money.
Robert, you talk too much. Laurel, I'm afraid you came east at a very bad time for the family.
Papa, what you need now is time. I can buy it for you. Let me help Charles negotiate the contracts with Del Sol.
Deal with the banks and the owners in California.
I'm snowed under, Victor. I can use all the help I can get. You worked with Charlie and Watkins on the coast?
Yes, corporate takeovers. I was about to be made partner.
It's one of the best firms.
Papa, let me help you.
No. I don't want you involved in this. You'll go to California as planned. I want this deal closed.
You are much too good for me. Next time you have to spot me at least one game.
No way.
Oh, well, then I'll just have to cheat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got you. Come here. And if we play, you're gonna have to beat me fair and square.
Although I'd like to do just that. This could be complicated.
Why? Just because we grew up in the same house? We're not blood. You're just a little girl who came to dinner. 20 years later.
I remember you always used to screen my dates. You even threw Sammy Tuttle off the front porch because he got fresh.
Sammy had wandering hands. Besides, nobody was good enough for you.
You sure? Most people, when they fall in love, they just jump into things without really knowing the other person. So lucky. Your time together. And nothing's wrong when two people love each other.
Bring Mike and Roger back from Miami, Franco from Chicago. I want men around me I can trust.
What do you mean I can't go in there? Of course I'm going.
Let her in.
Victor, what has happened?
Thank you for the tray, Laurel. Would you excuse us now, please?
No. No, I won't be shut out of here again. What's going on?
Charles Walker is dead.
Why was he killed?
I made a mistake with Malatesta. I let him know our business, so he hit us.
My son, listen to me. Never apologize, never explain. Do what has to be done, take what comes. I thought Malatesta might approach Charles, offer him a practice in the Virgin Islands. I did not think he would go this far.
Del Sol is a tricky negotiation. And you're also short one attorney. Why not let me help?
We'll find another way.
Papa, corporate takeovers are what I do for a living.
That may be, but you are not to be part of this.
I grew up in this house. You raised me as one of your own. Do you really think I had no idea what was going on behind closed doors? I know what I have seen and heard.
My father gave his life to try to help you get your family out of the old businesses. His death cost you 5 years. But now you're in a position to acquire Del Sol Resorts. You can finally take your family legitimate. I am part of this, Victor. I am part of this family. Please, let me help you. Look, you have only 6 days before you have to make the Del Sol payment. And obviously you don't have the cash. So you have to get to Mallory. As CEO, he can persuade his partners to extend the deadline. Victor, who else are you going to get to handle this for you? Where else are you going to find such a top-flight negotiator you can trust? Send Robert and me to the coast. We'll talk to Mallory. Together we can persuade him. I know the law, and Robert speaks for the family.
All right. You are to handle only the Del Sol matter. I do not want you involved with anything else, you understand?
Hi, Frank. It's Laurel. I need your help. I'd like the Del Sol Resorts P&L statements for the last 5 years, and anything else you can find on Del Sol. I'd also like the book on Alfred Mallory. He's their top guy. Robert, it's beautiful.
We'll get 9 more of these, including one in the Virgin Islands.
So then, do you understand my problem, Mr. Castle?
Do you understand mine, Mr. Mallory? You accepted our offer.
Pending approval of your ability to come up with the remaining financing.
Our offer is secure. The down payment is in escrow, and our other companies will ensure the balance.
Your businesses are plagued with problems, so I am only interested in cash. I'm afraid this becomes a matter for the courts.
Mr. Mallory, I take it your refusal to extend the deadline is final and irrevocable.
I can't imagine a circumstance under which I would extend the deadline.
I can. Let's pass over for the moment the fact that you are not negotiating in good faith.
I resent the implication.
I'm not implying anything, it's a fact. You are trying to weasel out of a sweet deal.
I have the interests of my partners to protect, Ms. March.
Then you had better do business with the Castles.
Are you threatening me?
Let's start with the bottom line, shall we, Mr. Mallory? You claim that the annual cash flow for the Del Sol Resorts before taxes is $73 million.
You have our financial statement.
Oh, is that really what you call this? Your annual cash flow is $40 million.
Now, just how did you arrive at that figure?
My computer talks to yours. Furthermore, you claim $11 million in accumulated inventory.
A conservative figure.
6 tops.
You can't just walk in here and start making wild accusations.
What we have here, Mr. Mallory, is an elaborate case of fraud. You have engaged in a pattern of criminal behavior designed to defraud the Castle family. Your accountants have falsified and inflated figures. You have filed false statements with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You are a crook, Mr. Mallory.
And you're whistling in the dark, Ms. March.
No, I'm not. And you know it. So here's the bottom line, Mr. Mallory. You will adjust your price downward by $7 million. You will extend our deadline. You will do this, Mr. Mallory, or all spring you will be up to your hindquarters in civil suits, criminal indictments, and other assorted, embarrassing disasters.
You can have your extension. But if you can't raise the money...
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Mallory. There is no way that Victor Castle will let the book value of his assets drop. Nice doing business with you.
Damn, but you are good. I have never seen you like that.
Well, your father always taught me never negotiate from a position of weakness.
Did you really tap into Mallory's computer?
Oh, Robert, there are some things you just shouldn't know. It might compromise you.
That's a joke, right? Hmm.
Come in. I have a job for you. Get Malatya's attention. Take out his enforcer.
Malatya never warned you. Smoking is hazardous to your health.
Years ago, I might have killed everyone in this room. People at this table are messing with my business. Fortunately, today I am a more reasonable man.
You could tell that to my enforcer, only he's lying on a slab in the morgue.
You take one of mine, I take one of yours.
You heard our business, we heard your business. We spoke to Robert. He didn't listen to us. He said that you're buying hotels, and he tells us to take our business elsewhere. What kind of friendship is that? Where is the consideration?
That's right, Victor. Putting me right out of business.
We end this now.
So far, I don't hear anything new.
My father's come here tonight to offer you a compromise. Call off the dogs.
And what do we get in return?
3 of the legitimate businesses will be transferred to an offshore holding company. We'll continue to handle money for the next 5 years.
So who are we dealing with?
The board of directors of the holding company.
I only deal with a man I trust. I don't like doing business with strangers on some lousy little island in the Pacific.
The Cayman Islands government is not obligated to support any subpoenas from a U.S. court or the IRS. It's the best way, Mr. Malatesta. All of us are protected.
Victor, it's not the way we do things.
My father says you're a smart man. Surely, you can see the wisdom in this arrangement. You get what you want, we get what we want. Everybody wins.
$5 years?
You have our word.
You process our money, we end the war.
In a row, Mario's worked late. I think he's got a girl on the side.
Unless you get Pop to put a tail on.
Aw, come on, he really works hard.
You call that work?
Yes, I do.
Everyone. Robert has a few words to say.
That's because he only knows a few words.
Well, that's because I only talk when I have something that matters. Unlike some people at this table, Anna.
You know, it's amazing. Some things never change. You two guys...
And you! Hey, you only became a priest so that people have to listen to you.
Oh, that's a good...
Unfortunately, it doesn't always work that way.
Poor Papa.
Can I get on with this?
Get on with what? So far, all
So
we've
far, I
heard
can't
is-
get a word in edgewise.
Well, try talking faster. Come on, faster, Robert, faster.
All
Come
right.
on, let's go.
Laurel and I are getting married.
Oh, that is wonderful. Congratulations. So you finally got around to asking him. I did not. Oh, you are so bad.
Congratulations. I'm very happy for you.
The nice thing about having a priest in a family, you don't have to go to strangers to get married.
Well, I'm probably the only guy who would stoop low enough to marry you, too.
Hey, Pop knows the Archbishop.
Papa, do you think it would be possible for Laurel to wear Mama's wedding dress?
Of course, if she'd like to.
Oh, yes, Victor. I would love to. Thank you.
Anna was too fat to wear it.
Yeah, 4 months too fat, wasn't it?
Don't let the children hear you say a thing like
I
that.
would never.
Is it a cardinal sin to hit a priest or only a venial one?
In that case, it was a civic duty. It was only a tap. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. I absolve you.
Thank you very much. I was worried.
Thank you for coming today, for sharing the happiness of my son and my beloved Laurel. May they both know the good fortune I have known. May they have a long and happy life together. And now, I will begin the dance.
Papa, do you really think that you should?
Of course. I must dance with Laurel on her wedding day. Years ago this month, Mary wore this same dress at our wedding. Thank you for wearing it today.
I think maybe we better go cut in.
I think you're right. Excuse me, sir, Mayor.
May I have this?
Papa, why don't you have a seat now? Okay, Nick? Papa, I'm gonna dance with my husband, okay?
Roberto, excuse me.
For a few minutes, I'm young again.
Oh, Mr. D'Angelo, you and Victor are going to outlive us all.
Oh,
Sweet, eh, Timothy?
Victor. 40 years ago, I danced at your wedding. Where have the years gone? When I dream, I'm still a young man.
Hey, Victor. What the hell's going on?
It's my son's wedding.
You have the Cayman banks, Victor. You control the cash flow, and now you set this quota? No, what's that all about? That leaves me holding cash. That's my cash. I don't like that. I got $2 million sitting in a shoebox.
Time.
Freddie D, we don't talk business at such occasions.
Place don't matter, Victor. You people are getting hard to talk to anyway.
Freddie. I'm sorry, Victor's a young man, you know. I'll speak with him. Freddie.
Get a man next to Freddie D. Talk to our contact at the phone company. I want tapes of all calls in and out.
Is that all?
For now.
Have I told you lately how much I love you?
You could never love me enough.
Don't say that. Our honeymoon awaits.
Robert? Robert?
I'm right here.
Oh. I thought you'd left me already.
Hey, what are you talking about? I am never gonna leave you.
I'll wait for my husband to order.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. The grace and peace of God, our Father, and the Lord Jesus Christ be with you.
And also with you.
Dearly beloved, brothers and sisters, so that we can prepare to receive the sacred mysteries, let us call to mind. O Lord, we have sinned against you. Lord, have mercy.
Lord, have mercy.
Laurel?
Yes, Nick? You said if I ever needed anything, just to ask.
Right.
Find me his killer. Leave us alone for a minute.
My child.
You are responsible for everything that's been wonderful in my life.
There's so much I wanted to do. But now I've grown old. I had hopes to leave the streets behind, to see my children, and my children's children take their rightful places in the world, fearing no man, with nothing to hide. Only it's not happened. Robert's dead. The little ones live here like prisoners. They go out to play with armed guards, not nannies. It's no kind of life, no. Laurel, I want you to promise me.
Yes, Papa. I know. I promise you. I will finish your dream. Now you rest. You're going to be just fine.
Laurel?
Yes, Nick.
The day of your wedding, Victor ordered a wiretap on Freddie D. Freddie D just called Malatesta. They congratulated each other on having Robert hit.
Robert's death very nearly killed Victor. I don't think Victor should be bothered with this matter.
Just tell me what you want.
I'm Laurel Castle, Mr. Albertini.
Then why did you sit down? Just what did you hope to accomplish by coming here to see me?
I'm here in response to your subpoena.
That subpoena had Victor Castle's name on it. Only Victor keeps sending me the second string.
This is a power of attorney. I now speak for Victor Castle. Mr. Albertini, 2 months ago, Victor had a stroke. Then he lost his son, my husband.
And I wanted to talk to him about that.
Extend your condolences?
You used to be a lawyer, Mrs. Castle?
I still am.
Really? Surely you realize the penalties for refusing to cooperate with an ongoing federal crime investigation?
So far, I don't recall your having asked me a question.
Why was I stonewalled by your man at the bank?
First Liberty Bank handles unit trusts for Anna's children. How is that a crime?
What's a 2-year-old doing with a numbered Swiss bank account? Laundering monopoly money?
You leave the children out of this.
Just what are all these people to you?
These people are my family.
Well, that's one hell of a family you got there.
Robert told me a few things about you, Mr. Albertini. He said you were an honest lawyer. Also a humorless bastard. He was a great judge of character. Nice meeting you.
A pleasure.
You've been eating the car again, Will.
No, thank you, Nick.
Arnie, put it in the garage.
Victor? Victor?
Oh, Papa. Oh, Papa.
Right now, we have to move fast. All over town, I want business as usual. I want Mallory, the rest of the world, to know that the Castle family is still in charge. I want to see Tony D.
Well, since we killed his son, he's in hiding. He's afraid he's next.
Tony D has nothing to fear, Nick. Bring him to me. I'll tell him that myself.
Are you sure about that?
I owe Tony D a favor. For old times. Years ago, he killed Peter Kalikas, the man who killed my mother and father.
Laurel, that was a long time ago.
Some things you never forget. I need Tony D to end the war. Find him for me. I'll take it from there.
Excuse me. I would appreciate it if you'd be so kind as to check your register for an Anthony DeAngelo.
Not here.
Tony's an old guy. Checked in last night. Give me a number.
305.
Joey, just relax.
Am I dead?
Not unless you work overtime at it. It'll be all right.
Thank you. Thank you for not killing Joy Fingers.
I just hope I don't live to regret my charity, Mr. D'Angelo.
Hey, you know, you got a hell of a nerve coming here, you know that?
The Castle family sits on this council.
Victor Castle is dead. His son Robert also dead. And you're not in the business. Now why don't you go home and bake a cake? Play with some kids or something, huh?
You dealt with Victor, now you deal with me. I sit at this table.
Are you serious? You don't have a negotiating position. And besides, it is too risky to do business with you.
Every time you go into business, you take a risk. A smart man minimizes his market risk, adapts to the changes in the marketplace. Malatesta and Freddie D employed outdated business methods. They didn't adapt. Only the fit survive. There's no need for that to happen again. Right now, the Cayman Islands corporations and the Swiss bank accounts are open for business. We can handle $30 million a week. Does anyone have a problem with that? Good. Now we get down to the business at hand. The killing stops here. Tonight.
What guarantee do we have that this vendetta is over?
Because the men at this table are too smart to mess with our businesses again. You leave us alone, there's peace. You have the word of a castle on it.
What about Tony D? He's out there somewhere in the night. He won't like it. His son ended life with his face in his dessert.
Why don't we just ask Tony D where he stands?
Good luck if you can find him.
Tony?
Laurel Castle and I have spoken. And she is right. Thank you. 2 sons have died. For what? A dispute over a few dollars. What price can you put on a life, huh? I admit to a wrong. Victor Castle and I were friends all his life. And my son killed his son. Victor killed my Freddie, so we're squared. Now, we bury our dead.
Mrs. Castle, it's a pleasure to see you again. Please allow me to extend my condolences on the death of your husband.
Yes, thank you very much. Harry Mallory, Nicholas Scalfone.
Mr. Mallory?
Pleasure.
Mr. Scalfone is a business associate.
My intuition says that you're an attorney.
Well, I've had dealings with the law on more than one occasion, yeah.
Shall we?
Yes, of course. I'll meet you here.
See you in a minute.
Our check for $20 million. That's the first installment. The second is due in 60 days. You'll have it in 1 month.
Seems like you've turned around the situation with your cash flow.
Yes, we have alleviated the problem. It's business as usual.
Do you have plans for tonight?
Mr. Mallory, am I to believe you were inviting me to dinner?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Nick and I are going to do the town. We're going to celebrate our good fortune.
Ah, the purchase of Del Sol?
Staying alive.
A little cold?
Little.
I'd give you my jacket, but,
Oh, I know. Thanks anyway. Kathy Mulgrew. Whatever happened to her?
well, she started talking about her biological clock.
No, she didn't. I've seen you with Anna's children. You're just a natural. Come on, Nick. Tell me, what happened to her?
Families are a liability in my line of work. Get too happy, you lose the edge.
That may be the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It's just the way life is. Are you sure the seal's not broken?
Nick, the war is over.
Just check it out.
Yes, sir.
How long have you known me?
20 years.
You ever see me take a drink?
Tonight's a special occasion. I wanted someone to celebrate the good news with me.
We could ring for the guy from room service.
I really wanted to share it with you. Sometimes I think you are the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. Well, I certainly can't drink alone.
Do you want the door open or shut?
Open.
kill your mother for chump change.
You're making me stay in the game, huh?
Who sent you?
I don't know the guy's name.
Look, okay, I met the guy 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago at a poker game, he had a snake tattooed on his right hand.
Give us a name.
Guys like that, they ain't got names. Look, I don't know. I swear I don't know. Look, I'll make something up if it'll make you happy, but why can't you just settle for the truth, huh?
Nick, all this time we thought Kalikas ordered the hit on my parents. When we find out who that man with the tattoo works for, we find out who really murdered my mother and father.
Someone close. Someone who knows our business.
Nick, I want him.
Charles, double the shift on the compound. No one goes in or out. Peter, go to Tony D'Angelo and tell him that the Castle family still honors its word. Nick, I want wiretaps put on all the members of the council. We must find out who ordered that hit. Until then, it's business as usual.
I got some important information. Our friend with the tattoo is a hired gun named Fowler. Works out of Cicero, gets top dollar.
Who's paying him now?
He works close to the vest, never talks business.
Send 2 of your best men to Cicero.
No need. Fowler's close. He's on hold, awaiting orders, but he knows we're looking. Changes hotels every day. Registers under 2, 3 different names. I'll find him for you. Count on it.
Now, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. You and Nick were almost killed in California.
Paul, none of us is safe. Now, please come home. We can protect you there.
Laurel, I'm a priest. This is my church. A priest lives where he serves.
Then I brought you a new altar boy.
No, I don't want this kind of protection.
Please don't do this. Don't give me a hard time about this. You are in danger.
What I was afraid would happen has happened. And it frightens me that you are so good at what you do.
Paul, the man who ordered my parents' death is still alive. I'm not gonna let him go free.
An eye for an eye? It's no good, Laurel. We're not barbarians.
Paul, everyone I have ever loved has been ripped out of my life. I'm not gonna let anyone else do that to me.
No. Fits all wrong. You still have a poof. Please.
Yes.
Let's make another choice, Laurel.
Nick, is this really necessary?
Listen to me. I'm not always going to be here. It's time you learned how to protect yourself. All right. It's a trade-off, Laurel. 9mm. Doesn't have the punch, but it bulges less than the .38. The holster lays straight down, so the weapon slides out without getting caught up. Just put a little talcum powder in there every now and then. Keep it dry.
Mrs. Castle, please. That's the thing about an Italian suit. You start with quality material, you end up looking like $1 million.
I still remember when I was 13 and my parents, you never left my side.
It was my job.
Well, I didn't know that then. I just knew that you were always there and I felt safe.
Nothing's changed. It's funny, after all these years, you're still here. You're still taking care of me.
All right. Let's see you draw the weapon. I found Fowler.
Good.
Pays your way, Fowler.
Look, I'm already bleeding inside. Let me deal my way out of this.
Okay. We take you as far as the hospital. Now talk.
I work for Tony D'Angelo.
How long?
I've always worked for him. I'm a permanent retainer. Tony D ran everything. He was behind all the killings. He was behind Malatesta. Behind his own son.
You killed my parents. I want to know what evidence you have against the Castle family.
Now, why would I tell you that?
Because I can give you the rest.
Why would you make things easy for me?
Only one thing matters to me. The welfare of Father Paul Castle, Anna Castle, her husband Mario, and their 3 children. Angela, Rosina, and Anthony Castle.
How do I guarantee their safety?
That's why I'm here today. Six blind trusts of $1 million each. Principal and interest guaranteed. Boston Liberty Bank will operate these funds. No charges now or in the future to be brought against any member of the Castle family for crimes allegedly committed.
Excepting yourself.
I haven't done anything that keeps me up nights.
You sure about that? We just found a guy floating in the ocean. Fowler. Fowler was a hired gun. Perhaps you heard of him.
No, I can't say that I have.
Well, maybe we didn't travel in the same circles. Give me the deal in writing, Albertini.
All right. Deal.
Well, that takes care of the Castle family. All right. Now I want to talk to you about the D'Angelos and the other families.
Why, you want to lodge a complaint?
I want to put them out of business, now and forever. I want each one of these guys serving a minimum of 7 consecutive life terms. I'm going to open my files to you.
Why are you doing this, Laurel? A sudden burst of conscience?
Self-interest, Gino. The only way I can make the world safe for the Castle family is to destroy everyone in its way. Mr. D'Angelo?
Yeah.
It's Laurel Castle.
Laurel, it's so nice to hear your voice. What can I do for you?
It's time we talked.
Well, you're right. It is time. Just you and I, agreed?
Agreed.
When?
How about lunch tomorrow?
Lunch, perfect. How would 11 o'clock at the Pine of Rome restaurant be for you?
Fine. Fine, I'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.
What is it, Laura?
Nick, I need you to fly to the coast. This must be delivered to Mallory by hand. You're the only one I can trust.
But when do we make our move against Tony D?
When you get back?
You okay without me?
No. But I'll handle it. Well, your flight leaves in 2 hours. Nick, take care of yourself. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
How long has it been since your last confession?
It's been a long time, Paul. I came to say goodbye.
Are you in trouble?
No. Everything's gonna be all right.
Laurie, there can only be forgiveness if you forswear what's in your heart. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Can you promise me that your heart is free of vengeance?
God forgives. I can't. I will always hate those who do harm to this family. I will never stop wishing for their deaths.
Then I cannot grant you absolution.
this?
Miss Castle told me to give this to you, but not until we get to the airport.
Let me have it. Come on, come on, come on. Where's Laura?
I don't know, Nick.
Turn around! Vittorio, Nick. Where did Laura go when she left the house this morning?
You were told to expect Laurel Castle.
Mr. D'Angelo is waiting for you. You look beautiful.
Well, you're looking very well yourself, Mr. D'Angelo.
Please sit down.
Very nice of you to meet with me like this, Mr. D'Angelo. I do so want to resolve our differences face to face.
Hey, try the fig and prosciutto. Savano flies the ham all the way from Italy. He has to pay off a guy at Kennedy. I mean, customs won't allow ham in the country, not enough nitrates. Can you imagine that? Keeping a ham out of America because it's not pumped full of chemicals. It is a pleasure to dine with a woman who's not afraid to eat. How about a glass of wine, huh?
No, thank you. No, not at the moment. Tell me something, Mr. D'Angelo. How did things get this far?
It happens when there's no trust. Happens when an old friend suddenly asks that we do business with a bank.
A few weeks ago, you said to me that it was time to bury the dead. A lot's happened since then.
Huh?
Your hired gun missed me at Del Sol. Right now, he is trying to explain to the feds exactly why he was shooting up my hotel room. Sooner or later, Mr. D'Angelo, sooner or later, they're going to figure out that the trail leads back to you. Don't worry. I came alone, that was the deal. You can relax.
You make me nervous saying those crazy things.
Fowler is dead.
Fowler, is that supposed to mean something to me?
Fowler killed my parents. My husband. Fowler named you.
Hey, you put a gun to a guy's head, he'll say anything.
No, he didn't say just anything. He named you. You should have killed me.
You think you can stand in my way? Huh, you? Some snot-nosed law school girl with a chip on his shoulder? I've taken out better men than you like that. You people. Listen, you come from the gutter, yeah? You'll end up in the gutter. All you can ask for is a luxury ride. But Victor, he left us behind. He wanted to be better. He gave us the streets. Now what a gesture, huh? You killed my boy, my Freddie. So now I'm not gonna stop until you're all gone. All of you. The priests, the babies. All morte! You understand?
Why don't you sit this one out, Nick? I'll put you in the freezer. You won't even have a chill before it's over.
I love her, Joey.
Love's a liability in our line of work, Nick.
Don't make me go through you.
You can always try.
You killed everyone I ever loved.
Well, I'm not done yet.